Jessica's feeling down about herself, so she decides to download Tinder. By the time she's uploaded a picture, she's already got 20 likes. How? She didn't even have a profile picture yet. A couple of selfies uploaded, she starts to write her bio and she's got over 100 likes. She swipes left on 7 guys, she's over 250 likes. She sees a top 1% man, Giga Chad. She swipes right, it's a match. Dating is very easy for Jessica. Jeffrey complains about this. He hates Jessica. Why is she getting so many options? Women have it easy in the dating market. It's over. But we have to feel bad for Jeffrey. He's not even bad looking, so why isn't he getting any match? Oh, his first match. Jeffrey's so happy, finally. Oh my God, she's typing. What is she gonna say? Hey, would you like to join my live chat? Click this link right now. It's no secret to anyone that modern dating, especially in like young people, teenagers and people in their 20s, is absolutely fucked. But there is a hard to swallow pill for young men when they realize just how many options women have compared to themselves. You may have seen some of those videos where like a guy will use a girl's picture on Tinder, like he's made a new Tinder account. He'll use like a normal girl's picture and he'll literally start to get hundreds of likes immediately. That's somewhat, to be expected, fair enough, guys are horny, guys are matching, but you may have seen some of those videos where a guy uses a picture, like pictures of very, very unattractive, like I'm not trying to be insulting, but like very unattractive women. Quite literally, like it sounds really like mean to say this, but kind of like the women that you would genuinely rate 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 1.5 out of 10. And those women still get 50 to 100 times more matches than you do. And I've seen these videos and you can see clips of them on YouTube. We'll probably have it on the green screen behind me. I think that the grossest part of this is when the guy then, he's using this fake girl's profile. It's like an unattractive girl. She's got a lot of matches. He goes through the matches and the messages she's been getting and clicks on the male profiles who have been sending her these messages. And these guys, some of them are chads, some of them are like really attractive as fuck. Most of them are, of course, are going to be average. But here you have literally hundreds of guys competing with a woman that isn't attractive. Men's standards have become so low. Why? Because loneliness is at an all-time high. Men have the lowest amount of options we've perhaps ever had in our bloodline. We know this, you and I know this, you can relate to it. Hopefully you've leveled yourself up to get to the point where you can relate to it, you kind of remember those days, but you're sat back thinking like, nope, that's not me anymore. I hop on Tinder, I get like 10 likes immediately. I'm dating girls. There's a girl I slept with a few weeks ago, I've got a girlfriend, hopefully you're a guy. Hopefully you've made that much progress to be able to enjoy and be adequate to experience like dating and love and intimacy. But the majority of men haven't. The majority of men are so lonely, so deprived from intimacy. And women don't actually relate to this at all. There is yet more videos of this, which is very interesting. I think Alexander Grace made a video of this where he got his female friend, like a nice woman, to make a male account on Tinder. I think she used his pictures, and he's not like, if you see pictures of this YouTuber Alexander Grace, he's a pretty attractive guy. No one could ever like say that this guy's like ugly or anything. He's okay. She uses his pictures, gets very little matches, already feels quite depressed about it because she's used to getting like hundreds. And then when she starts messaging other girls, she's pretending to be a guy, so she's messaging other girls. This is when like this girl in this video that is on YouTube, she starts getting really depressed because like the girls that she's messaging aren't messaging back. They're just like leaving her unseen. For the first time in this woman's life, and she's not a bad person or anything, but the first time in this woman's life, she's realizing that like she has no fucking game. She's sending messages to these women like, oh hey, like how are you? No reply. Why would she be sending like basic messages like that? She's never needed to have game. She's never needed to know like how to be like good on text. If you're like an average guy right now, if you asked a female friend of yours, a classmate or whatever, like, don't make it like weird or anything, but if you asked her like, oh, like, like how many girls do you think I get? If I made an account on Tinder right now, like, oh, how many girls do you think I've slept with? Shit like that. She would literally overestimate significantly because women don't relate to male loneliness at all. It is literally like a whole other, like it's a whole, what's that phrase? Whole other ball field. Ball field. Whole nother ball field. Ball field. What the fuck is that phrase? It's a whole nother, it's a whole ball game. It's a whole nother ball game. What a stupid ass fucking metaphor, bro. A whole nother ball game. It's not golf, it's fucking chess. What, you don't put your balls on top of the chess table? And so you're watching this video, you probably think, okay, this guy in the sweaty bathrobe is a misogynist, he's sexist as fuck, but this is the interesting thing, right? I can actually relate to the female struggle as well. Because we're saying this right now, you know, we're men and we hate women, we're men and we're so lonely and stuff, right? I want you to think right now, just visualize like the women in your life, you know, the girls in your class, your workplace, the girls you see in the gym, your friends, whatever, and literally just think, if you ask them this question, like, oh, are you really happy with modern dating? They'd be like, no, it's crap. They hate it. They keep getting fucked around. All guys are trash, they're liars. You know, like a lot of like girls will say this, and of course like more of the mature, intelligent girls will say like, oh, you know, like, you know, it's okay and stuff, but I haven't really met the right guy or anything. Girls aren't happy with modern dating either. You know, male loneliness is a big problem, but female loneliness is perhaps, no, I wouldn't say equally, I would not say it's an equal problem, but it is certainly like still a problem. You know, everyone's fucking lonely these days. Really, no one is having like a good time in the dating market. No one is having like a good time. The normal guys get absolutely no fucking attention from girls, no attraction from girls, so they're very lonely, very insecure, feel like so like inadequate, inferior. Pretty much all women have access to guys who want to sleep with them, but they don't really have access to like good quality, strong, dominant, masculine, successful men who actually want to like actually be in relationships with them. And so the plight for women, so the plight for men is like, oh, you know, we're really lonely, we don't get girls and everything. The plight for women is that they can hook up with some guys who are like, you know, somewhat decent, and maybe the guy's kind of attractive, maybe he's got some good traits. That same guy has to be somewhat like high enough level for her to want to sleep with him, which then means that other girls also want to sleep with that same guy. This becomes an issue when then you realize how like skewed the dating market is. And this is what like really interests me. Who do you think is like winning in the modern day in terms of dating? And who do you think is like totally like fulfilled and happy? Because it's not the majority of men, it's not the majority of women. Interestingly, it's not even like the top women. If you think of like the most successful, most attractive, most beautiful girls, they're still like, if you think of like really hot girls, they're still not happy with the modern day. Guess who is the one group of people who is like totally fulfilled, indulging? The highest value men, the most successful men who are hitting life in all areas. This is not just men who are like the most physically attractive. Of course, they're going to be in this group, but generally to be in this group, it's not just one trait that you have to bring, like looks or money. You have to bring most of them. You bring looks, money, status, confidence, game, pre-selection, other women like you, lifestyle setup. You bring everything. You get into this group of men and you experience things in like dating and sex that the younger version of yourself would have never envisioned. The climb to the top is fucking relentless. It's uncomfortable, but in my opinion, it's better than sitting around just hating women. And you know what? When you make some pretty good progress and you develop yourself as a man and you start seeing like the traits of you that become really mature and attractive, you're more attractive physically than ever. You're actually successful now. You're confident. Your physique looks like really good. You're strong. Of course, it's really nice having the attraction from women, but you realize like one of the best benefits is just that you're attracted to yourself. You respect yourself now. So this is my message to you. If you are, chances are you are a young man who's experiencing that sense of like male loneliness. Your mind kind of obsesses over like wanting a girlfriend, wanting sex, wanting intimacy and love, because those are very normal, healthy desires to have. Those are like fundamental desires in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. These are fundamental needs for humans. Use that discomfort that you have, use that like, you know, that burning desire you have for these things as motivation, as fuel to get onto self-improvement, to do like the right things that develop you as a man. Because you know what, bro, when you're doing the right habits, going to the gym a few times a week, meditating 5, 6, 7 days a week, being productive and working on a business or a career or your studies for like a good focus 4 hours per day, and you do this for weeks, months, years, the difference of your life is fucking astronomical. Any man who tells you that it's not worth it, any man who tells you that it's over, that these things won't help, they haven't done it themselves. You will never see a successful guy put you down. That's very fucking interesting, isn't it? You will never see a successful guy tell you that it's not worth it. You'll only ever see like these older, like, you know, the black pill fucking like incel looking motherfuckers. They're fucking repulsive, but you only see these guys who tell you to like give up and, you know, there's no point. Even if you try and build a physique, you're not gonna get girls, and like money doesn't, like nothing, like genetics is only you hear these guys, and I just think successful people don't talk like that, so I can see who they are. The fact that like these kind of like, you might have seen a lot of them, like this incel black pill YouTube channels and everything. The fact that pretty much most of them don't actually show their real identity because they're literally just repulsive in all ways. They're unsuccessful, broke, their breath fucking stinks, and then they're telling you like, oh, women are only shallow and they only care about genetics. Shut the fuck up. Successful men will bring you up. Successful men will inspire you. A successful man will never put you down and say like, oh, it's hopeless, don't even try. So this could be like a nice feel-good video where I say like, oh, you know, we all deserve to have compassion. No, do we fuck deserve to have it? You are a man. You deserve nothing. You build everything, and if you don't have what you want in life, if you don't have like the level of attraction from women that you want, or the lifestyle that you want, the amount of sexual partners or relationship that you want, you deserve that. You have total 100% capability to change that. Use this as burning fuel to think, you know what? I do have fucking control of my life. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of having like the rewards or the lack of rewards. I'm gonna put some fucking work in, because men work. Do the work. Develop yourself. Holistic self-improvements. Hit life from so many different angles, and you become such like an outlier male. Like the YouTuber First Man describes this concept, the outlier male. Most guys who have developed themselves and are doing pretty good in life have only really developed 1 or 2 areas of life, like fitness, or maybe they're really good in a career. They're not hard to beat. When you're hitting life from all different angles, you're improving your mental health, getting more confident, learning social skills, building a physique that you're proud of, doing like jaw exercises, training your neck, building wealth, becoming educated. It becomes quite realistic to make the progress that it takes to get into that group of men who actually are very, very satisfied with their dating lives. Whether you want to believe it or not, you have control. You have the ability, the possibility to get here. Don't believe it. If you don't want to, don't believe it. You're the only one who fucking misses out. And if you do want to, believe it and go and do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.